connected has never been easier. Thanks to technology, we can blog, chat, email, Skype, text or tweet. We can share an idea, a link, a movie, even our whole life. Getting connected is literally at our fingertips. It's not surprising then that these types of innovations have driven the exponential growth of distance learning provided by universities. A Google search of distance university courses will yield over 92 million results. This is great news for the student whose choices are no longer restricted by physical location. But this rapid growth has presented challenges to educators. One recurring issue in the literature is that many distance learners do not feel connected to the learning community they've joined. Now, this suggests that feeling connected doesn't just happen, even though we may be au fait with the technologies. But why is feeling connected important for the distance learner? When viewed from a socio-cultural perspective, learning occurs during social activity, which provides opportunities for people to share and interact in the knowledge and discourse or language of that particular community. A student who feels connected is likely to be more satisfied, motivated, and active in their learning experience. In the virtual classroom, the evidence of social activity can be found on the discussion forums. So, my aim is to describe and understand the social activity on the discussion forums and how it builds connections between group members and builds knowledge. So I'm looking at 3 online classes which are about teaching English to students of other languages. First of all, I'm analysing the language on the discussion forums. Now, we all know that when we speak or write, we're conveying some kind of meaning. We're talking about something. But also we make choices about what we say and how we say it, depending on who we're talking to. These language choices are important in online discussion because these choices can draw others into the discussion or leave them out. Also, I'm asking the students, the tutors, and the subject designers what they feel about online discussion. When completed, my study will help us better understand the role of online discussion, especially how feeling connected and learning are linked, helping us know how to move students from getting connected to feeling connected towards a learning experience that is dynamic and much more satisfying. Thank you.
Fascinating. That's just great. So, will your thesis pick up on the role of university staff as leaders in this communication towards feeling connected? Or will it solely look at student to student and student to staff interactions?
I'm looking mainly at student and staff interactions.
Okay. Initiated by students?
Not necessarily.
Initiated either way?
Yeah, either way. Yeah,
Okay.
Just the communications between the staff and students.
Does your study differentiate between communications that are intended to engage wider discussions versus kind of open questions? So, in other words, I'm exploring the open versus closed question models.
Oh, okay. I hadn't really thought about that. What I'm really just looking at, and that will come out once I start analysing the discussions, is what does promote further discussion and what shuts it down. And these are the language choices that I'll be looking at.
As a hypothesis, I'd put to you that probably these open questions are much more likely to engage other peers and even pull in the teachers, whereas the kind of closed questions of do we need to know page 21 or page 25 by next Thursday are going to shut down communication and increase the chance of feeling disconnected. So I'd be really interested in, update me on your data as it arrives, will you? Thanks for that.
Okay, thank you.